What I mean by that is if you believe in a loving God and a beautiful afterlife, as suggested in these near-death experiences, for example, of the neurosurgeon, and if God has a plan for each of us, and his plan was for your spouse, let's say, to pass into the afterlife ahead of you, leaving you with some light to live as best you possibly can. And then knowing that later you will join your deceased loved one in the afterlife. What's so terrible about that? It's almost enviable if you read about accounts of the afterlife from these near-death experiences. It's almost enviable to go there earlier as opposed to later. As strange as that sounds, our culture conditions us to think of death and loss as tragic, in fact, the worst of things that can happen to us. But are they really? And it's funny when I've mentioned this to people I know, the ones who do believe in God and an afterlife, and most people do, they nod knowingly, as if everybody knows this, but we don't connect the dots because of the cultural conditioning.